Hey, sit quietly with me for a moment. Take a slow breath. I know there are days when life feels uncertain. Days when you're not quite sure where things are going anymore. You wake up, go through your routine, try to keep moving forward, but deep inside there's a quiet feeling of being lost. Not physically lost, but emotionally, spiritually. Like life changed directions and you're still trying to find your footing again. Maybe things didn't turn out the way you once imagined. Maybe certain people are no longer beside you. Maybe the future feels unfamiliar now. And sometimes you quietly wonder, what am I supposed to do now? Where do I belong in this season of life? Is God still leading me? But listen to this is not random. God is speaking to you right now. And He's saying, I am guiding you even when you feel lost. Take a deep breath and let those words settle gently into your heart. God says, I know this season feels unfamiliar. I know there are moments when you miss the certainty you once had about life, the routines, the people, the plans, the sense of direction. And now life feels quieter, less predictable, sometimes even confusing. God says, but confusion does not mean abandonment. Feeling lost does not mean you are without direction. Even now I am still guiding your steps. God says there are seasons in life where the path ahead is not fully clear. Not because you are forgotten, but because faith grows in the uncertain places. God says, I know you want answers. You want clarity. You want reassurance that your life still has meaning and direction. And I want you to hear this gently, your life is still unfolding beautifully. Even if you cannot fully see it yet. God says, sometimes I guide people quietly, not through loud signs but through small moments of peace, gentle nudges in the heart, unexpected comfort, quiet strength that appears right when it's needed most. God says, that is me guiding you, even now, even in this slower season. God says, I know there are moments when loneliness makes you feel disconnected, moments when you wonder if you still belong somewhere, moments when you question whether your purpose is fading. But listen carefully, you are not wandering through life alone. I am walking beside you every step of the way. God says, I have seen every chapter of your life, every joy, every heartbreak, every season that shaped your heart, and I did not bring you this far to leave you without guidance now. God says you are still being led toward peace, toward healing, toward meaningful moments that are still waiting ahead for you. God says, I know there are things you still don't fully understand. Questions you carry quietly, changes that still feel difficult to accept. But trust this, not all guidance feels immediate. Sometimes direction comes one small step at a time, one peaceful moment at a time, one quiet realization at a time. God says, please stop believing that because life feels uncertain your future is empty. It is not empty. There is still beauty ahead of you, still comfort ahead of you, still purpose ahead of you. God says this season may feel slower, but slower does not mean meaningless. Some of the deepest growth in life happens quietly, in reflection, in stillness, in learning to trust me without seeing the full picture. God says you are becoming wiser in this season, more compassionate, more grounded, more aware of what truly matters, and there is purpose in that growth. God says, I know you've spent many years taking care of others, helping, giving, holding things together. And now when life becomes quieter you wonder who you are without all those roles. But hear me gently, your worth was never tied to how much you did for others. Your value comes from who you are, and you are deeply loved. God says even now there are people who will feel comforted by your presence, encouraged by your wisdom, strengthened by your kindness. Your life still carries meaning. God says one day you will look back on this season and realize something beautiful. You were never truly lost. You were simply being guided differently, more slowly, more gently, closer toward peace. God says, and even in the moments when you couldn't see the path clearly, I never stopped holding your hand, not once. God says, so stop fearing the unknown future. Stop believing that uncertainty means hopelessness, because I am still leading your life. Still opening meaningful moments ahead for you. Still guiding your heart toward peace. God says, trust me one step at a time. You do not need every answer today. You only need to remember this: you are not alone. You are not forgotten. And you are not without direction. God says, even when you feel lost, I am still guiding you home to peace. If this message spoke to your heart, type JUDIS guiding ME in the comments. And remind yourself today, even in uncertain seasons, you are still being gently led toward peace.